all the time now, doesn't he? Was this your last track season? Yeah, probably. Anyway, so if it is the last time we're to see him, let's hope it's a winning performance and a good one. There's the field against him. Clarkie's going to be doing the pacemaking. Adam Clark is a regular training partner for Mo now, particularly in pre-championship phase. So he knows what he's doing, but he won't get that far. You know, he's not going to do 3,000 meters or 4,000 meters. So he's given the chance to go. Andrew Butchart was initially in the field here, but Andrew deciding not to race. That would have been interesting. He's been in great form this year, so Mo, apart from anything else, needs to show that he's still Britain's #1 distance runner, which of course he is. Huge cheer for him. Mention one or two of the others. Nelson Kipkosgei, Olympic steeplechaser. Crippa, cross-country fans will know him. Rop was in the 5,000 meter final in Rio. Nick Goolab getting a chance of a run here. Elbakkali, a new kind of name for the Moroccans at steeplechase, not doing too badly last year. Andy Heyes, Johnny Davis as well, given the chance to run. If Mo goes really fast, as if some of these guys are going to get lapped. So the official British record is 13:21:27. I expect Mo to be much quicker than that. That's Nick Rose's from New York back in 1982. Different time, a different place. Mo has run quicker indoors, but for record purposes, Nick Rose's time is the official British record, and the official European record, which might be another target, belongs to Bob Tari at 13 minutes 11.13. That goes back to 2010. So Clark has been asked to certainly set out at sub 13:10 pace. Mo's orchestrating the crowd, wants a little bit of atmosphere, and I think that's what will get him moving here, Paula. If the crowd really get into this, Mo fancies it, and I said right at the beginning there, in answer to Gabby's question, surely he wants to test himself a little bit, wants to push at some point in the race.
Yeah, I mean, I just chatted to him a bit at breakfast this morning, and he didn't actually know at that point that his 13:10 had ever been ratified as a record. So that was news to him, and I think coming into the race, he maybe thought, oh, maybe I'll go for it, maybe I won't. Now I think it has definitely become, I want to walk away from this track today as the official British record holder and get everything done right today. So he's definitely started as if he means business. He's not hanging around at the back, as we often see when he's not really committed to running a quick time. He's settled in behind Adam Clark. He's very used to being in that position. They train together a lot, as you said. He relies on Adam to just get the pace moving, and then hopefully he can just maintain that momentum and feel good out there over these first couple of laps.
Well, anyone who can go back to 1982 when Nick Rose set that record will remember a certain guy called Dave Moorcroft running 13 minutes outdoors, and that I think averages at 62.4, something like that, which is about what Clarkie went through the first 400 here. So 13-minute pace at the front, and I think you're right. I think, you know, for Mo, we talk in training, don't we, about tempo runs and things, and this is almost time trialing slash a tempo at some point. He's going to be in front, stretching it out. It's really how hard he wants to go. As Clarkie just starts to slow a little bit already, but Mo Farah just giving him a little bit nudge, say, come on, keep it going. 2.5 through 800, pace is good. It's just a question of how many laps Adam Clark can keep this sort of pace going, but it is fast in the early stages, that's why they're all strung out. So Farah sitting there in second place, and as I said, they set off here in around 13, a low 13-minute pace as they go through the first 1,000 meters.
Eric Kinnard in the high jump. It's only Kinnard and Grabars left in. 2:31, second attempt, gets it. So Kinnard puts his nose in front because Grabars also carrying a failure at his first attempt at 2:31. Well, we saw them going toe-to-toe in jest. Now they do it in high jump terms because it's over to Grabars to see if he can match what the American has just achieved in going clear at 2:31. So then, that was the lead for Kinnard. Robbie Grabars is capable of clearing this height. Little skip into that, just a minor error. That was in fact his third attempt. So game over, 3 fouls and he's out. But a good performance for Grabars. 2:28, a season's best. Silver World Indoors last year, of course, for Robbie going into that European Indoor Championships. We wish him all the best. Good competition. Second place today, but 2:28, season's best. Very credible indeed.
Yeah, they're still well strung out. The pace has come off a little bit. It was interesting, wasn't it, in that first couple laps? Paul and I just chatting about it, how Adam Clark obviously thought, I've gone a bit quick here. Mo said, no, no, keep going, keep going. So that's what he's done. And it's those guys, by the way, there's going to be some pain out there because there are people in that lead pack who are running at a pace which, you know, I have to keep it going brilliant, but you just suspect there's going to be some real pain for one or two of them over the last 1,000 metres or so. Anyway, Clark's done his business. He's done as many laps as he can. Rock, the Olympic finalist, is the only one at the minute close to Mo Farah. And the others now just starting to stretch out or be strung out a little bit. Heyes is doing a great job. Andy Heyes there from the Hallamshire Club, the yellow vest, in third place, going very, very quick. You've got to bear in mind that there's only 6 men have ever run under 13 minutes. I mean, we're dropping off that pace now, but just to give you an idea. And if Mo is looking for sub 13:10 or something like that, then even that, you know, is a pretty good pace. But that's a much slower 1,000, 2:39. They went 2:36. 2:39 for that second 1,000, Paul. I'm just slowing down a bit. Yeah,
but I mean, the pack behind Mo Farah there, definitely the likes of Andy Heyes will be very glad that that pace is backed off a little bit, because they're now in territory that gives them a little bit more of a chance of shooting for personal best, and certainly going to get personal best, because a lot of these guys have probably not even run 5,000 metres indoors before, but are acquitting themselves really well. I mean, just behind Andy Heyes is Morhad Amdouni of France, who actually did beat Mekkonen and Ibrahimov in nets this year already. So he's running well indoors, and I think none of them are real dangers to Mo in this race, but they're able to stay with him. Just shows that Mo hasn't really started to move yet, and he's quite happy just to control this race and just to basically check up at the screen every time he goes down that back straight and wait a little bit and just keep that momentum moving and see who's able to stay with it and who's looking dangerous behind him.
Yeah, it's kind of dropped to a sort of steadier pace, if you like, here, and that's why the pack are still with him, because I would have expected that pack to start to drop off had he kept the pace really on. So he's not running slow, though. He's keeping it going steady rather than really fast. But it's interesting for me. I think if he gets to 3,000 metres and things that feel good, that's when he'll start to push on. I think he'll want to get 3K out of the way, hopefully somewhere around about 8 minutes to give him a chance to come back in the last 2K. But, you know, he has that ability that nobody else has on that last 300-400, and that is always, he's got that in his back pocket always, hasn't he, if he's not feeling great.
He absolutely has. I mean, I think he knows that he's got this victory. Pretty much whatever he does today, whatever anybody else does, he has the answers to it. It is a shame that Andrew Butchart isn't here, because the form that he's been in this year and the way he's been moving forward over the last couple of years, it would have been nice to see him, and I think it would have changed the way that Mo's raced, but he's not here. We hope everything is okay there and that he will go on to race well in the summer this summer. But now it's all about Mo. Andy Heyes now decided, no, okay, I'm not going to let you have it all your own way from a British point of view. I'm just going to move up and let you know that I'm here, followed by Nick Goolab, and we're going to move past and get this race moving a bit.
Well, 2 British youngsters, well, not youngsters so much, but going past Mo Farah. Well, Mo obviously has decided, you know what, I'm just going to win this today. So, what's Nick Goolab doing? He's chasing a 3,000 metre time. That's what he's doing. They're coming up to 3,000 metres, and Nick Goolab must be trying to run a best 3,000 metre time. And indeed, he's just crossed the line in 7:53.82. And I'm going to have to go away and check, because I think that's just outside the qualifying mark that would have been required. And then people are wondering why. So, indeed, as Andy Heyes has stepped off, and Mo must have thought, what on earth is going on here? I hope they told Mo beforehand. And Mo, though, managing to keep it under 8 minutes, 7:56, so we're still on for a pretty good time here. But this is the part of the race where it can't slip. You can't leave yourself too much to do in the last 1,000 meters. But now he can have a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a ride behind Albert Rop.
Yeah, just to clear up there, what I think was happening was those two guys were given the chance to chase the qualifying time to join Yemaneberhan in the European indoors in Belgrade. I think they were just outside it in the end, but it would have been fairly close. So that was why they were moving past Mo. And like Steve said, I just hope that the guys were warned within that race that there was a race within a race going on.
Do you know what? I think he missed it by a couple of tenths because it's 7:53 flat anyway. By the way, if you want to listen to us have a bit of a chat about everything we've seen, including Laura Muir's new British record at 4:30 after we finish the live action on the red button on the BBC Sport website as well. So don't forget, hang in there once we finish with the action here. And we'll give you a bit of analysis and a bit of chat about everything, including what's Mo Farah going to do here. Crowd now just sensing, is this a little bit of pressure from Albert Rop being applied? Amdouni is still there, having a very, very good race. And that's something which, well, we've seen this from Mo, haven't we, many, many times. And he still has the ability to pick this up. I just thought today he might have wanted to really make a bit of a statement. But so far, to this point anyway, it looks like he's going to start to just settle for the win here. The only question now, Paula, is going to be at what point does he let rip here? Does he leave it right to the end? Or does he try and make it a bit of a longer run for home?
And maybe he's leaving it down to that last 200 meters to see, can he just hit the bell and really take a really fast lap and see how fast he can go there. I think his confidence probably did take a bit of a knock. He knew coming into Edinburgh that he wasn't in top shape, but I don't know if he expected to get beaten quite so convincingly there. And he certainly went away to Ethiopia, trained really hard, and he thought was coming out here to test himself a little bit, and he is testing himself, but not over a time trial, over the long distance. He's definitely racing here today and trying out different things, and maybe just taking the chance also to enjoy what is his last indoor race and to enjoy the atmosphere and what he's getting from the crowd, the energy he's getting from the crowd here today.
Through 4,000 meters in 10:36, so a big last 1,000 meters here from Mo Farah. He's certainly well within sight of the British record, that one that stands, the official British record that stands to Nick Rose, 13:21. But the thoughts of that, I'm pretty sure, have gone at this point. It's just Mo thinking, all right, Rop's putting some pressure on. I don't mind that. I'm being asked some questions. I'm going to come up with the answers here. I'm going to wait and do what I normally do. And the crowd just getting a little bit nervous, but I don't think they should worry.
I think Mo likes to get the crowd a little bit wound up, to get them on the edge of their seats a little bit, and then to kind of mix up things in the race. He's not having it all his own way, but Albert Rop is doing a great job here, just stringing out this, keeping the pace moving, putting pressure on Elbakkali and Amdouni behind, and Mo looking very comfortable and just composed and waiting, biding his time.
Well, Amdouni ran a 7:44 3,000 just recently, but he looks as though he's working hard, doesn't he, in third place. He did win on that occasion, did outkick one or two pretty good athletes, but I don't think he's got the kick to challenge Mo Farah. Rop knows he hasn't got the kick, so that's why he's stretching it out. His last race was a cross-country race, and here he is trying to take Mo Farah on in a sprint finish. Well, we know how that's going to end up. And then behind them, Elbakkali of Morocco hanging on, and here's Mo now with 2 laps to go, 400 to go. Amdouni trying to react, Elbakkali trying to react as well. So all Mo's done at this point is just go to the front. He hasn't kicked yet. He just wants to control this. Doesn't want anybody sneaking up on him, doesn't want to have to get around anybody. There are back markers getting in the way, so he wants a clear sight. Elbakkali moving up 300 meters to go. The crowd rising to Mo Farah here. The tempo is picking up, the noise is getting louder and louder, and Rop coming back for another go with 200 to go, but Farah holds him up, has a little look, checking where the danger is. Another back marker to be negotiated. Rop still hanging on here, and Farah hasn't got this one yet. The familiar high knees, the familiar arms, trying to drive himself forward. Another look behind, and Rop is still there, and Farah's got to give this something at the end here. He's being pushed right to the line, but Farah gets it, and that is a finish that is so familiar, and it's taken him to a new European record as well as a British record, a new personal best for Mo Farah, driven on by good competition from Rop in the end. He obviously decided a few laps out that this is about winning today, and he still had to dig deep there. Mo Farah picking it up at the end, a pretty good last 400 metres and a 27 last 200 metres. But Rop gave him something to think about, worry about there. The result we all thought, the result that everybody wanted, but, and it's not a massive but he was pushed, and yet again Mo probably said that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think he'll think it was a good thing when he goes away and knuckles down to another batch of training now in Ethiopia, but I just think there he was maybe carrying a little bit in his legs coming into this race and didn't feel that good, didn't push on, and certainly the race was taken to him, and the deciding factor maybe here is just that little bit of the invincibility cloak that Mo holds over the other runners, and I don't think Rop really believed he could beat him over that last lap. He didn't think he was going to be able to close on him, but actually where Mo normally moves away so convincingly, he wasn't really doing that today. He was able to hold it off, and maybe he had a little bit left in the tank there in case Rop was able to come alongside him and challenge him. Certainly I do think he had that 13.10 in his eyes as he was coming down that home straight there, but he was working hard, and I don't think he would have expected Rop to challenge him quite so closely.
Is that a new type of mobile? What was that? Maybe he's just a bit tired. He got that bit wrong, didn't he? Is it? I don't know what it was. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't have to think about things like that. You know, you're running hard down the straight, looking for the finish line. You've got to think about your victory salute. Anyway, well done, Mo. The new European record, of course, taking the British record to boot, a new personal best, a host of personal bests and maybe national records behind him as well. A very fast finish to a race that started out quickly, started out at 13-minute pace, dropped away a little bit, and then came back again under 13.10. So well done, Mo. Back to winning ways. Confirmation there, 13 minutes, 9.16 seconds. And that is just over a second quicker than his run before. As I said, the time before we were mentioning wasn't ratified. Sometimes records, there's all sorts of reasons why they do and don't get ratified, but Mo Farah this time can call himself the European record holder for the indoor 5,000.